Charlie Vodnik here with UCCS Athletics here with head coach Lynn Plett of your UCCS women's basketball team after the win against Adams State, 81-57. First off, Coach, comments on the game.
Actually started off really well, I thought. We knew they were going to play quite a bit of zone, and I was real pleased with how we executed our offense against it. We got the ball where we wanted it inside pretty early, and did overall. I think I felt like we did a pretty good job offensively. Defensively, we gave them too many offensive rebounds. Other than that, I thought it was a good night overall.
And Chelsea Pearson had a big night, 100% from the night, 14 points, a career high, 4-4 from the three-point line. Really, just for that freshman aspect, how great is that for her tonight?
It's probably really even better for her right now in her stage, because in the last she'd probably openly admit that she's kind of been struggling the last couple of games and practices as well, and so for her to get on track, I think it boosted her confidence quite a bit tonight too, which hopefully will carry over on the other side of the floor too, because she's a solid player for us when her head is right and when she's really focused on what she's doing. She's a really solid, really good contributing guard for us.
And, just talking before this game, we talked about how Brittany Hernandez, when she gets a little bit double-teamed, she can pass the ball out, a very not selfish player, and showed it tonight as 3 players in double digits and 4 players with 8 points. So really, how big was this team win and going into that mentality for tomorrow?
Hopefully it'll carry over, but again, they had a little interesting concept defensively on Brittany. They were kind of I don't know if it was officially a box and one or whatever, but they were face guarding her and trying to deny her the ball. But again, as you mentioned, Charlie, I thought she did a really good job of getting herself open without having to force it to get open, and then still passing to the open players. And again, it's just a positive reflection on her mentality on the floor, that she's really not a selfish player at all.
And we talked about this also in the pregame, is just the post players and the post presence. And Tori Fisher, Anna Schwecke, Brittany Hernandez, and Mia Carter all had big nights tonight. Really, is that the mentality going inside out? Is that the mentality for this team?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to see that. That's one of our advantages as far as the size that we have inside, and not only size, but the skills that they have around the basket. So I'd be kind of nuts if I didn't try to take advantage of that. And again, when you put it together like a night tonight and put it together and still be able to get the ball in and then kick it back out and then still be able to shoot 50% from the three-point line, it's kind of an added plus. So that doesn't happen every night, but it was really there tonight for us.
And then just looking a little bit at tomorrow, we'll have a pregame interview, but really, how do you go from this win and a really good win and then take that away, clean slate, and then go into tomorrow and, that double-header aspect, I guess? Yeah,
and I think it's part of it, and this is new for me, play back-to-back in a conference like they do here in the RMAC, so it's a new experience for me as well. But I think, at least I'm trying to instill it, that again, it's an old adage, but you take one game at a time, and there's a lot of, that's almost what you have to do in this situation. And we were able to rest some of our kids in the second half, and nobody really got a whole ton of minutes as far as that goes tonight. So that could potentially help us. But on the other hand, I think our college young athletes nowadays, they should be able to play 2 nights in a row. Most of them played club games where they played 3 games in a day, or 6 games in 2 days. So I think what we need to do may just enjoy today, but tomorrow we've got to really put our heads together, and we got to make sure that we're playing really hard tomorrow, because Fort Lewis is a legitimate conference championship type team.
And just talking about this game a little bit more, holding Adams State to 57 points. And, if anyone's ever talked to you, they know defense is number 1 in your book. So how nice was that, holding them to 57 and also letting them shoot 24 of 60 from the field? Yeah, it was good. But again, I have to admit, so I'm still looking at the third quarter where we gave up 16 points. And so coaches are never satisfied, I think, completely. But overall, we still... Every time I told them after the game, too, at least, every time they made a run at us, we were able to hold them back and then push it back up to another good-sized lead again. And we've been doing that fairly consistently. So, again, we play a really tough team tomorrow night, so we're going to have our hands full. Well, there you have it. Head coach Lynn Plett of your UCCS women's basketball team after the win against Adams State, 81-57. Coach, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Charlie.
Perfect.